From the GJRB News Desk, here's some of the stories we're covering for you at the top of next hour. Well, Obama, he's targeting Christians again. Subject to litigation has been launched and numerous accusations unconstitutional, violating religious rights. This is invading privacy beyond governmental authority and consumers to purchase a product. Talk about this Obamacare coming up. Also, here's something concerning coming out of Yellowstone. They're saying that an observatory is showing monthly updates, 98 earthquakes happening at the Yellowstone National Park region in October. Its largest quake, measured 2.7 in magnitude, occurred on October 29th at 3:55, with 11 miles southwest of Westham. Talk about that story coming up. And a story about about the riots. They're comparing the LA riots to Ferguson. According to the report, if they say that this cop, it's expected to happen, that this cop, experts are saying that if they let this cop off on that shooting death of Michael Brown, there's going to be more riots in Ferguson. Talk about that story at top of 3. Along with that, your complete weather forecast. Coming up next, Gary J. Russen, GJRB Online News, with this half-hour update.
Tune in to the best of jazz coming this fall on GJRB Online. If you can't get enough of jazz and you live in the Quad Cities area, tune in to KALA, St. Ambrose University in Davenport, Iowa, at 88.5 on the FM dial. Along with some of that great smooth jazz, you'll hear a lot of great jazz programming and other great music genres like blues, urban, including rap, also classic R&B and Motown with David Baker on Rewind, Friday nights at 6 p.m. Central. In addition, you get programming in Spanish and some good gospel programming too. For more information on that great programming you'll hear, check out their schedule at www.sau.edu/KALA. Even if you don't live in the Quad Cities area, you can enjoy KALA anywhere in the world with their internet stream. Connect with KALA. Listen and enjoy.
Attention musicians. We're starting a band. We're just starting to play acting. Joining a place on the internet where you can get equipment at great prices. HelloMusic.com. They have guitars, amps, mixers, and microphones. Some at great low prices. Log on today and look at the equipment and the prices. www.hellomusic.com. Like them on Facebook for chances to win guitars, mics, and other band equipment. Remember the name, Hello Music.
Recently, we lost Robin Williams, an outstanding comedian who suffered a great deal. Let's make sure that suicides like this won't happen to anyone close to us. If you know anybody who may be depressed and are suffering like Robin Williams did, get them help. Call this number, 1-800-273-8255. That is the number of the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline. The call is free and confidential and will be answered by a trained counselor at a local crisis center. The National Suicide Prevention Lifeline can help. Swing Time is back this fall on GJRB. This time the spotlight shines on Harry James. A child of circus performers, he started showbiz early with a desire for music at the age of 6. His trumpet sounds were the most popular of the early 40s. Harry James' story on Swing Time. Watch for it as a podcast uploaded Saturday, November 22nd on GJRB's public site on Spreaker. Swing Time on GJRB.
This is Michael J. Martin, and you're listening to the Gary Russen Program on GJRB Online.
All right, I'm back. Gary Russen Program on GJRB Online. First show back. Glad to be back. It's been a while since we've been on the air, and a lot of things changed since we've been back on. got new computer. It's working great. We got some new stuff that we're going to be doing pretty soon with that. And I'll be talking about that along the way too. And a whole lot more. So stay with me. The Gary Russen Program on GJRB Online. And a lot of new things happening on this program. Yeah. And you just heard it earlier. Our music. Every once in a while you're going to hear that as just non-stop music, just straight music, automated music fillers that we're going to play once in a while. And it's just so that we can bring you just as much music as we do talk and other programming, because this is a radio station and I air different programming other than my show, so that you can listen to this station a little bit more. And since we extend our service, we're going to have continuous programming on various days here on GJRB Online. I'll give you a talk about that here in just a little bit. But meanwhile, this is the Gary Russen Program, and that means that you can talk to me live. Via podcast, of course. It's just so that you have a chance to talk to me live via chat room and chat a little bit about stuff that's on your mind. That's what we do here. Give you a chance to communicate with me, make it interactive is part of the whole idea of this program. Talk. And get you a chance to come in there and get your input in on what I'm talking about. Well, a lot of things interesting happening. First of all, today is election day, midterm elections in various parts of the country, and we're going to talk about that a little bit. Don't know who some of your candidates are across the country, but you can fill me in on that, kind of give me an idea. But we have a lot of interesting people here campaigning, and a lot of them are on the farm issue and stuff like that here. So I don't know who you're voting for in your district, because it's probably a whole lot different than our district here. So we'll be talking a lot about that this afternoon. And today is also a kind of a memorable day. You know that moment of silence that I had at the beginning of my broadcast when I had the news at 2? And I didn't turn my microphone on during that last news story. Remember that? Okay. Didn't have my, well, a moment of silence today, because this is the anniversary of the day that my father died, which was on November 4th, and that was 1995. So that was over, well, almost, 20, is it 24? I don't know. It's a lot. Anyway, and so I'm going to use that moment of 3 minutes or 4 or 5 or whatever it was when I read the news that that story on that last story on the jihad using, or the ISIS using Twitter to that, I did have my mic open. And so that's the moment of silence for my dad, and I'm just going to leave it at that, because I just got to remember to turn the mic on when I talk, and this time I forgot to, coming out of that break. Lovely. Why would I want to sound better with the mic off? I want to be heard, and I wasn't heard because my mic was off. Lovely. Splendid. Lovely. Well, yeah. Good, lovely. Yeah. Lovely. Anyway, that's just a remembrance of him. And, so we're going to do that today, and also talk about our GJRB new schedule lineup. It's a good one. No broadcast tomorrow. I'll be in production. I got some stuff to work on. New promo. Because I want to talk about working on that new opening for the Gary Russen program, because I've been running this opening for quite a long time, since we started this show in 2012, and I need to change it. So I'm going to be doing, it's been, 2 years of this opening. Why is my microphone? Okay, here we go. Gearing up on today that I want to talk about. Beside that, the interesting stories that we're covering on the news at the top of next hour. They're saying that, according to this reported story, that experts of the LA riots, you remember the one, the LA riots? Rodney King, you remember that one. Well, they're saying that they're going to compare these riots in Ferguson, Missouri to that. Experts are saying, this according to a story out of CBS St. Louis on August 9th, the police in the shooting death of Michael Brown, the protesting that went on with it, is causing tensions to go high in that community. They're saying nearly 4 months after that death, protests continue. Which I was right all along there. The grand jury, they're expecting the grand jury sometime. They expect that Wilson will not be indicted, and then the worst situation could unfold again there. Equivalent to the 1992 LA riots, which happened after they acquitted the trial of Rodney King. Now that videotape, remember that one? So we'll be watching this story very closely. That's out of KMOX as St. Louis. They're saying that if this policeman gets acquitted, which they're thinking that's going to happen, there's going to be more trouble due to that. And so what do you think of that? We're going to talk more about that, and that, like I said, top of the hour, talk about that. They're watching that Cordero in Yellowstone. There were like 98 earthquakes since October. They measured a 2.7 on October 29th at 3:55 p.m. their time, 11 miles southwest of West Thumb. Anyway, the quake was part of a small swarm. 15 earthquakes occurring after 6 hours. Observatory utilized the University of Utah's Yellowstone seismic network for a report that says that the earthquake activity in October is considered at low background levels. So we're going to find that out. We're going to be talking about that and your responses as well. Welcome to the Gary Russen program on GJRB Online. And our good friend Era Winterland. I want to say hi to Era. He liked our Spreaker up and coming favorites that he posted, featuring his song. And I gotta tell you, that song I played by him was absolutely fabulous. Era Winterland, he's from Brazil. He's a Brazilian artist, absolutely fabulous. This song I play called Eternal Love is absolutely fabulous. It reminds me so much of Bob Dylan. I mean, the sound of the song, his instrument arrangement, it just sounds like Bob Dylan. It's great. I like this song. I really do. It's going to be playing it a lot. And it'll be on my up and coming on November 29th here on GJRB. And we might even see if we can play it again, because it's a great song. Fabulous. We got that coming up here on GJRB Online. And speaking of